is like such a British word.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Raunchy.
Like it makes
Raunchy.
me feel like so naughty.
I
when
know.
hear
Our producer, Problemato, cannot control himself. It is, of course, the one, the only, Hilary Duff.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Well,
Hello.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of, isn't it?
This is what dreams are made
Yes.
of.
Yes.
Sorry, I had
Welcome.
to.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the UK.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
And you were here recently. You were only here about a month ago, where you did your first concert in like 18 years.
Guys, I was unwell that day. I like missed a whole day of food. I was like, I don't know what to do with my body.
goodness.
How am I going to do this?
Well-
My brain was just like, tick, 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 tick. And then I was so calm.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I know what to do. I'm ready.
It was extremely well received.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like we were reading about it at the time. Everybody was going wild for it. Producer Problemato was. You would have heard the loudest screams from the crowd. That would have been him.
That would have been him,
Yeah.
actually.
Honestly, it was so fun to go back and like watch video. Like my husband was at front of house, and you couldn't even hear the PA. Like you couldn't hear me singing. Everyone was so loud. Like all my London people showed up.
Yeah.
And that was so nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
We've gone back on Problemato's stories from a month ago. We've actually got a clip of him enjoying the show.
Oh, I
Yes.
would love to see.
Have a listen.
Sing it, Hillary, right now.
London, guess what? You sound like you're on a roller coaster.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
and now he's standing
Oh
in
my
the back of the
God.
studio crying.
I can't believe you played that back to her.
Producer Problemato, just have a seat. Take a seat.
Come on.
Join the chat.
Is this actually happening?
Is this
I'm
actually
shaking.
happening?
You're getting me in on this?
Yeah, it makes sense.
The
Honestly.
Hilary Duff is sat right next to me. I cannot deal with this.
Oh, I love it. I
This is
love
so
it.
cute. Seeing as you're sitting there, is there anything you want to ask?
You guys, my cheeks hurt. What
Yeah,
are you
I
doing
really.
to me?
You put me under pressure because, God. Have you been back to the Coliseum ever since the Lizzie McGuire film?
No, I haven't been back to the Coliseum, but I will say this doesn't have anything to do with the Coliseum, except for that show in London was the first time I ever performed What Dreams Are Made Of live.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
Since filming the movie, when I was on tour. What? I know. I never did it live, so that was the first time.
Wow, what a treat.
It's incredible. What made you do your first show back in the UK? Was it because you knew Problemato was here?
Yeah, it's actually my manager was like, "There's this guy, and he's really needs you to start the tour.
He needs you, yeah.
in London." And I said, "You know what? Okay,
Great.
That's
I'll
amazing.
do it for him."
Thank you, Hillary. Oh my God.
There's an arena tour coming, which so bigger stages, bigger venues, bigger screams from Problemato.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get like a different kind of ear fixture for this guy, so I can actually hear myself. But no, I'm kidding.
It's true.
No, I'm so excited, and it was great to start the tour small and intimate, and like my true like hardcore diehard fans like showed up for me, and it was the warmest welcome and like a cozy place to start. But I'm super excited for the bigger shows.
Was that almost more nerve-wracking though? Like, is there sometimes
because
there's something
people
about
are
a smaller?
individuals.
Yeah, you can see everyone's face.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're just at the O2 or whatever, it's just like.
It's like a
It's a
sea of
sea,
people.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's like a blur, and you're kind of like, you become like on an island, But those small shows are so fun, and it really, you feel the connection. I think there's nothing like being in an arena. That energy all coming at you is like such a wild, once in a lifetime feeling. But the connection and seeing people's faces, and you can see the back of the room
Yeah, of course.
at Empire. So it was great.
It's so cool. So we're talking now arenas across the UK in September. I wanted to ask you, mum to mum, because I have a daughter who's nearly 2. And I mean, it's hard to juggle everything. I have one kid.
Yeah.
So how are you going to be juggling all of this touring and being a mum?
Okay, but I have to just like, aside from touring, tell you that I tell all my friends that have one kid is harder than 2.
Really?
Yes.
Because at a certain
How?
age, they can kind of entertain each other. Is that a thing?
That's a big portion of it. And then also you're just different when you have the next one. You're not as like
Not as
hyper
yeah.
fixated on everything, and right now you're like the mom, the playmate, the you know,
Yeah, I'm doing
the
everything.
chef,
Yeah.
all the, you know, you do everything. And the more subsequent kids you have, like, I mean, my fourth daughter is like, comes and yells at me and I'm like drinking a Diet Coke and I'm like, okay, you can have a sip if it makes you quiet. Like, you're like 4 kids in, you're just like, yeah, sure, have a sip of Diet Coke. I would literally never do that with like my first or second child.
Yeah.
You know, you just
Yeah,
like,
you get more relaxed.
yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be hard for sure, and I don't think that I'll have them with me the whole time. But I think they'll come, you know, for a week or two and then go back. And I don't really want to like disrupt their lives too
Yeah.
much and make it all about me. So, you know,
It's
but
so
I will
cool.
say that like having a day with nothing to do and then a show that night, I've got to figure out how to enjoy myself.
Oh yeah, because
Yes.
you'll just be.
I was spinning
Yeah.
out. I was like, I don't have to like feed anybody, pack a lunch, prepare
Yeah.
what they're doing after school. It like, it was too much.
But it's not just your children. You actually have. I mean, you're a mother to all of your gay fans as well.
I am mother.
So that's a lot of pressure too. And we
need to
are
go have,
fed.
like,
We are fed right now.
We need to have a meetup before so I can be taking care of someone before the show.
I'm first in the queue. Problematic there as well. Also,
an
I am
honor.
single. You must have some hot gay friends. I've been asking everyone.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift said that she would send me a list of hot friends. She hasn't got back
No,
to
Yeah.
me.
she hasn't. She hasn't.
I've
She
not heard, I
didn't
didn't hear a thing.
respond.
No, she said, we'll
No,
take
she
this
said it in
offline.
person. She
said,
was
"We'll-"
like, "Yeah, I can sort you out."
yeah,
And
she said,
then-
we'll take it offline. Didn't hear from her.
Didn't follow through.
No, didn't follow through. So over to you.
TS. Okay, I'll take this challenge on.
Okay,
You might have to take a trip across the ocean.
that's fine.
Okay.
I can do
Yeah.
that.
He will travel.
I'll
Exactly.
travel.
We'll
Yeah.
definitely travel.
That's
We'll
absolutely
travel
fine.
for man.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm only traveling one way though, just so you know. So
They're stuck with you.
they're
I better make
keeping
a
me.
good choice.
Yeah,
Damn,
absolutely a good
the
choice.
pressure.
I actually can't wait for the follow-up with this one.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
So we saw the producer credits on your new record include your husband Matthew.
Yeah.
Amazing. I work with my husband quite a bit. What is it like working so closely with your husband on your project?
I'm obsessed with him, and so it was easy, and we only had one fight the whole entire time.
Amazing.
Everyone's like, what's it like working so close? I think that there's just no one that I could have done this with, and that's just I know it sounds cliche to say, but I think after all this time, like, he is safe for me, and he knows everything, and he has a front row seat to it all, and he
Yeah.
is also such an incredible wordsmith. So like I can have this idea and then he's shaped it into something that I could never, you know? So he takes direction really well, and he speaks my language where he's like all musical, and like I'm just like, I don't like that sound. I want more of this.
Yeah.
I get to go like interior design the whole
Yeah.
thing, which is like my specialty.
Yeah.
I don't want to like start the build. I want to go like fine tune
Great.
the build, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And make it me. And so that was just like a freaking awesome way to make a record. And for the first time, I got to feel super in the driver's seat and super in control. And he just wanted to make me happy. And, you know, he's really cool. Like he
Yeah.
adds a cool factor to my super pop like factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was great.
And it was obviously super productive because you've done this. So you're releasing different variants of the new album, right? So there's kind of variation. So the album's called Luck or Something.
Yeah.
Where we get updated versions of your classics on each different
Vinyl.
Right.
So
okay.
on vinyl, right? And so I did a
Great.
bunch of re-records.
Yes.
And so there's different variants, and on each variant there's like a few re-records.
Great.
Which was so fun to do,
Yeah.
and also so embarrassing. I was like, wow, who is that person singing? Like that is
Yeah.
14-year-old me.
Wow.
I know. It was funny. My nanny, my sweet nanny, she's amazing. She's 25 and just she like knew who I was, but doesn't like
Yeah.
get it in a way that like
Yeah.
Yes.
people our age would get it, which I love, obviously. But she's like obsessed with the new record, so she's like figuring out who I am backwards a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
and so when she heard old songs at like the Friends and Family show, she was like, "Oh my God, I love those songs. I have to learn them." And then she went to listen to them on Spotify, and she was like, that was a real different experience. I'm like, I know, babe. They were like very, very old.
what?
That is crazy.
That's
isn't
really
it?
cute.
Yeah. And one of
funny.
the variants is called the Dirty Martini edition.
Yeah.
Now, is that your cocktail of choice?
That's my like. If I'm really getting after it, I'm having a dirty martini. If it's been a day, it's
Yeah.
a dirty martini.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you?
I actually do like a martini, but I like a martini with a twist.
Yeah, that's a very
Oh.
British
Yeah,
thing.
but I like a vodka martini as well. I'm not
I
really
like
a gin
a vodka.
guy.
Okay, so I like a vermouth rinse on my glass.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah,
I
so
know.
it's super dry.
So it's super
Vermouth
dry.
rinse.
Yeah, great.
But they just they
same.
get rid of the vermouth.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what I like.
An essence.
Yeah, that's literally my. Yeah.
But then I want like all this salt factor, so like my rings don't fit the next day. Like I want like blue cheese, olives.
You want your knuckles to be
extra
swollen.
dirty.
Yeah,
Yes, I want it
yeah,
to like.
fine.
You want gout.
I want gout, and I want it to be hitting when I'm only like halfway through.
Yeah.
Great.
Listen, gout is back, baby.
Yeah,
Gout's
it's very
back.
in
You're
right
a
now.
connoisseur.
Very in,
Yeah.
girl.
You know
It was
yourself.
never out. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
That was that.
Thank you.
Some of the lyrics are very raunchy on the album. I like Roommates. It's about looking back and talking about how it felt to be the beginning of a romance.
Raunchy is like such a British word.
It is,
Is
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah.
Raunchy.
Like it makes
Raunchy.
me feel like so naughty
I
when I hear
know.
raunchy. Like
Yeah.
I like polarizing.
Polarizing.
Okay.
Polarizing's
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
I feel like it's a little more polarizing because I guess if you're just listening to the like hot buttons in the song that make you go like, oh my God, wait, I heard that. What is
Yeah.
she saying? Then it feels a little bit raunchy. But I think if you like listen to the like, if you listen to it as a whole, it's like a desperate like plea.
It is, and it's quite an important, like the lyric I'm sort of thinking of is quite an important thing that happens, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like in relationships.
I think, yes, and it actually makes me want to cry sometimes when I think about it. The song is like, you know, for me, it represents like a snapshot of a time in my relationship with Matt, and it wasn't something that like lasted forever, but when it was lasting, it was like really and really hard, you know, to get past. So I think everybody in the long-term relationships go through those waves, and it's hard to find yourself like. Find yourself and then find your way back to your person,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
life just gets there's so, you know, life is going so fast, and
Yeah.
like you just get used to like relying on your person, and then like you like don't feel seen, and it sucks.
And how
Yeah.
amazing
or you have
could-
a baby, and like that changes everything
Yeah.
in you. So
And then you can work on a song like that together, though. That's an amazing
It is
thing.
cool.
yeah,
It's really cool.
Yeah, I know. It was really healing.
Yeah.
It was really great, and it's funny because sometimes when you feel like your person doesn't hear you, but then you create something like that feels really honest. I don't know. I feel like it was a super special experience.
And so you're connecting in a different way through
Yeah.
your music.
It like made us level up. It was like Nintendo. We were like,
Leveled up, guys. We've leveled up. I like it. Hillary's new album, Luck or Something, is out now. You can also catch her on her UK arena tour this September. Thank you so much for joining us.
yes.
Yay.
Thanks for
It's
having
Hillary
me, guys.
Duff.